Okay, my name is Victoria. Well, I'm Congolese, but I was born in Zambia, and we moved also to Malawi. So those two countries, they teach like in English, but not like all the full time like they will teach in English. But I used to learn like a couple of words, like growing up, you learn some English, but it will kind of like be hard for you to speak. Well, I started learning how to speak English in Africa, but when I came here, I had to learn a lot more better because my English was not that good. So I had to learn a lot of stuff, like in school, even like when you meet people who speaks like English, you won't just keep speaking like your own language. You have to take a risk and learn more like words in English, like how to pronounce them, how to like make somebody understand them. So, well, we used to live like in a refugee camp, so it's like different people from different countries, and they would just like there was like a refugee camp in Malawi where like people from Congo, people from like Rwanda, just like all of different countries in Africa, and they would just like go there so that maybe they can get away to go maybe in Australia or USA or Finland, just like different countries that are abroad. Maybe when you're like young, when you move like to new places, it's always like hard. So that because you have to learn a lot of stuff, you have to get used to the place, you have to make new friends. So it's like really really hard for like somebody who's young to go through all that process. We lived in Malawi for 7 to 8 years, so we got used to the place. Because when I went there, I was like 9 years old. So like you got adjusted to the place, you got used to it, you started learning the language that people speak in Malawi. You learned a new language, which is like I learned like Swahili. So I think by the years went by, I got used to it a lot better, and like I got a lot of close friends that became like family. So I had a lot of friends that was like hard for them to, when you like move to a new place, it's gonna be like really hard because you have those close best friends that you had, you share secrets with each other though. But when you came here, it has like, it became just like a different life. Like you didn't know what to do, you didn't want to make friends, like all those kind of stuff. It was just like crazy and hard and emotional as well. I was excited because I wanted us to move because my mom like used to get sick a lot, so we didn't want that. Us growing up as kids, we didn't want anything to happen to our mom since we like lost our dad. So we didn't want anything like to happen to our mom. So we wanted to move, but at the same time, you have like this different feeling that you're like, oh, the place where I'm going to, I don't know anything about it. Where my English is not good, we'll have to move to new schools. You just have this like imagination in your head, but you don't have anything to do. You just have to go with it though. You go through this process where you like tell your story on where the place where like you came from. You go like through this a lot of process, and then they'll inform you like the place where they're gonna send you and your family. And we go the United States, and but we didn't know like which state that we're gonna come to at first. You may choose like an address if you have any like friends who moved, who like you know, and like they live in that state. You just like give them the address, and they will send you there. But and after that, you go through like the checkup. They will do you guys like checkup and everything. They'll give you like shots and like medicine that you're gonna have to take before you like go to the United States. And then they will kind of like teach you about the last step now, it's like they will teach you about the money, how to count the US money and everything like that, the address, how life it is. But for young people, they didn't teach us like a lot. Mostly they taught the parents and the older siblings like how life in America is, who are like able to work. First of all, we took like a plane in like the capital city of Malawi, and then we landed it in South Africa. And like me and my little sister, we used to count like all the places that we have been in, and we're like, yeah, we've been in South Africa too, but it was just like a quick landing, and then we took like a big plane till to New York City. Yeah, actually, it was my first time being on a plane. I never liked planes, so it was like my first time. I was like pretty scared, but that's the only way that you're gonna have to get in the United States by plane. When we landed in New York City, and I was like, okay, now this is real. We're in the United States. We wanted to see the Statue of Liberty because everybody like used to talk about it, and we used to see it in the movie. But we had to take the last flight from New York to Washington State, and we got here. It was at night, so we didn't see like everything so clear. We came here when like school closed and it was summer, so I think we got 3 months to get used to the place before we started school in September. They actually took us so that they can register us at school, and they were asking me, "Oh, which grade do you want to get in?" And I'm like, 10th grade, because I already done my 9th grade in Africa. And they're like, "Did you come with your transfer?" I'm like, "No, I didn't know about that." And they put me back in the 9th grade. I didn't feel good about it because it made me like, oh, now I'm like, they're gonna put me 1 year like later. I may finish high school when I'm like 19 or 20 years old. So the person who was helping us register said that I think it will be good because you start from afresh, and you'll learn English better, and you'll start understanding things from like a lower grade. And I think that helped because the way that the person advised me, I think it helped like a lot better. Because when I started 9th grade, I learned the teachers that I had, they were so helpful. Yeah, it was hard, like very hard. I remember my first day of school. I didn't want to go to school that day, but you just like had to, and we had like to take a bus, and which like it's the one thing that I didn't grow up like doing that. So, because in Africa, you walk to school each and every time. I remember being quiet in the bus, and when I landed at school, I didn't know which side to go to. I did have like the schedule and everything, but I didn't know which class should I go to, who should I talk to. But it was really hard the first day. It was hard and stressful, but luckily, these people through like the Congolese Integration Network, there were some guys who used to go to the same school, and they were speaking Swahili, so it got a little bit like easier for me to get to know my classes. At first, it was hard, and then as days went by, I started getting used to it. Some of my challenges were like how they teach here, the things that they taught us in school, like back in Africa, like the things that you get used to learning was not just like the same as here. Oh, there you have to have a phone, and I was like, oh, you're gonna have a phone, but in Africa you can't do that. It's not allowed. It's like against the school law. So like when you go with a phone in Africa, they're gonna like take it and tell you, oh, you're gonna have to bring your parents. But here was different. Like the learning you had to, when I was like learning math, it was really hard. Learning English, there was like these some other words that I never understood. And just likely in my biology class, the teacher that used to teach us, he used to like make some words and turn them into Swahili that you're gonna like understand. And it became a little easier to understand, and just I started like learning, okay, this word means this in Swahili. So I think I started like getting used to it as days go by. And by the way, I have 2 brothers and 4 sisters, one of the sisters and 3 little sisters. Because my older brother used like to encourage us, because he used to read a lot of books when we were in Africa. And you like encourage us, like you need to learn a lot of English, because you won't go, when you go places, you won't just be speaking your own language. Him encouraging us and like finding books to read. My little sisters now like speak a lot English. They don't speak like Swahili a lot. They use like English words when they're speaking Swahili. And then my older brother now always tells us, you guys should stop speaking English. You need to speak Swahili. So him encouraging us like for these past few years were like really helpful. Like he helped us a lot. Yeah, I'm still in high school. I'm in 12th grade. This is actually like my last year. I'm graduating in June. I'm actually going to college. I applied for college in January, and I applied at Highland College, Green River College, Renton Tech College, and Bellevue College. And I I got accepted in 4 of them. So I have to decide which one I have to go to. Because I want to go to a college that has like a nursing program because I want to do nursing. Yeah, I want to help people like a lot. I remember last year when we used to like go to the school campus, there was this new kids that we speak Swahili too, but they're from Tanzania. One of my teachers was like, "Oh, Victoria, there's this new kid who doesn't like understand a lot of like English. They don't like speak English at all. They just speak Swahili." And I was like, "Sure, I may help them." And she was just like, "Okay, this is his. I'm gonna ask him about his schedule." And I was like, sure, I'll be happy to help them. And I used like to reach out to him a lot, and I'll ask him, do you need any help with this? And he'll be like, okay, I need help with this, which classes that I need to go to. And now I just like remembered like how when I first came here, it was just like the same thing for me. And like people helped me, so I need to return that same favor that people helped me like overcome through a lot about my school life, how like we came here in the United States. We didn't just get used to things by ourselves, we got help through others. So I want to help others like feel like they have people around them who they're gonna help, who will like help them and overcome like some hard challenges. I think the first thing is like you need to believe in yourself than just like put yourself down each and every time. Like everybody can do like anything. You just have to believe in yourself. Ask questions, that's the most important thing. If you like stay quiet, somebody won't know what you need help in. Just like ask questions, like any help, just ask so that you like get any help from anyone. And don't feel like afraid to like walk up to somebody and like tell them like the problems that you have, or don't feel like ashamed because you like speak a different language, because in life you always like learn new things as you move like in a different place, like you meet new people. It's always like a daily thing in life. We meet new people, we learn new things about others. So don't just put yourself down, like just be yourself